Working as intended.
And then be all like, angry! Alright, final part, tips and tricks times. Alright, you'll notice the challenged amount of dungeons might have jumped up a bunch. Alright, so let's look at our achievements. We are done everything, it looks like. So, you encountered 100 pendamon's regardless of type. The most annoying ones were probably steal 10 million yen worth of goods, as well as challenge 1,500 dungeons. Like, that's a lot of dungeons. Alright, what's our final prize? Exorcism Rod 99? Mercy 100% decrease? A legendary exorcism rod that has evolved just one form. Its power is, well, you'll see when you use it. It literally does nothing. Why would I ever use that? Okay, so everybody is fully ranked up. All the achievements are done. Pretty sure I didn't fill out all of this. There's probably a few things that I'm still missing. Well, I'm not missing any weapons, but I'm probably missing some cutouts for armor. Apparently I'm missing this, which is probably like a Namako slang blade or something. Silly. I don't know what any of this is. It's probably found inside the medicine dungeon. But anyways, I'm done all the important stuff. So a few tips and tricks. There's probably people that want to talk to me as well. Like you. Would you be willing to share some of your fighting techniques with me? I mean, it'd be a decent reference point at least. Honey are easily repaired so that they make great fall guys in a pinch. Feel free to use me as a shield and run if you have to. You can use any weapon you get, can't you? That's pretty impressive. What's Schemer have to say? I don't care what happens to anyone else as long as you're safe. I imagine you'd get upset with me if I said that. I love Genso and all the various people that live there. Naturally, you're no exception. Aw, she loves me. A smarter person thinks they are, the easier they are to manipulate. On the other hand, you can't predict an idiot, so they're far more troublesome. Hashtag Ice Fairy. I'm the head of the Kitsugumi. Need I say more? Your task is to defeat the enemy that stands before us. I'm expecting great things from you. Should you so desire, I will show you the path forward. Somebody's hiding in the trees there. Oh, it's just a Sakuya. Alright, this is repeat stuff, I think. I see you have your own fair share of worries. You know, you're about the only person who finds having their mind read more convenient than speaking. Most people hate it. And there, good girl. This is what you were hoping for, isn't it? You know, I think I'm lucky I met you. We're already good friends, right? Good times, bad times, we'll get through it together. The power of friendship. At least be your shield. I promise I'll protect you. Hello, little sister. Cyber enemies are okay to break as much as you want, right? Great, I'm gonna break a ton of them. Sister uses so many big words, I can't understand the things she's talking about. Playing with Marisa is so much fun. She's really funny. And she uses all her hit points to attack. I can probably go in here and find more people that want to talk. I want to talk to Iko because she's max friendship with me. Guess she wants to marry Tenshi. Oh, hello. I have to hand it to Fudo. She did a good job. I'll never admit it to her face, though. My training still got a long way to go. I still have to start. I might have to start. Didn't she already say this? Spring the dungeon's good training too. Let me know when you're heading out. If possible, I'd like it if you let me stay by your side. I'd be willing to play nice with Futo if you were the one asking. Lies? Seems like even Futo's given you her seal of approval. That's no mean feat, to be sure. Now the world's at peace. Alright, when I'm with you, I feel like I can do anything. You can't fight on an empty stomach. We could have a meal together if you'd like. Date time? You're someone I can trust my back to. It's nice not being alone. Cakes. My favorite time of the year is autumn, of course. It's when all the best foods come into season. My sister really likes autumn leaves. Weird, right? You can't fill your belly with those. Hey, I haven't forgotten that I'm a god, right? Not that it's a big deal, I guess. Anybody else want to chat? There's too many characters in this game. You just got this charm about you. Sometimes it gives me palpitations. And care to go on a date sometime? Well, we'd just be going to a dungeon, I suppose. Just get married already. Concept levels is pretty ruthless. They make it painfully clear exactly what your limits are. Hooray, we beat up the bad guy. I get so many compliments from Miss Satori. Are you jealous? Going to bring me with you. Hey, why don't you come live with us underground? I bet Miss Satori only would just love it. And these days, Miss Satori seems super happy. Oh, maybe because it's you're with her? Yeah, I like you just as much as I like Miss Satori. Just get married already. Hello, glutton. Death isn't necessarily the end. Some lives begin there. Cherry blossoms are already blooming in Hakuyokudo. We should invite the whole gang there to have a flower viewing sometime. Death can free people from everything that binds them. So, have I piqued your interest in death yet? Death cures everything. Hi, Miko. Truthfully, being together with you makes me happy, though I'm a bit puzzled as to why that is. You're in love, right? I'm impressed that even Futo falls in line for you. I don't have to worry with Futo and Tochiko in your capable hands. Hey, 18. Hey, 18. Would you like to be a guinea pig for the new medicine I created? Doing has grown a lot thanks to you. I'd like to thank you on her behalf. Even Kaguya might listen to reason if it comes from you. Anything you could do to improve her lifestyle would be greatly appreciated. Hi, annoying trainer. Can you imagine how things would have gone without those two? Made acutely aware of my own experience. Did she say this already? Your talent far surpasses my own. Watching your growth is one of the things I look forward to, you know? You really are outstanding. I only wish Amy would take a leaf from your book. I never thought I'd have someone to walk beside me. I should consider myself lucky I met you. One I want to talk to is Iku, because I maxed out her friendship points, so she should really want to marry Tenshi. Fortunately, there's like 9 million characters, so trying to get her to show up is the hard part. Meanwhile, I'll talk to the moon rabbit. You know, I once fled and abandoned my comrades. Pretty pathetic, huh? I would never abandon you. I won't make the same mistake twice. You should come visit Aante sometime. I'd be happy to have you there. Ah, here she is. This atmosphere is quite nice. It cleanses the heart. That wraps things up, I'd say. Good. Oh, okay. Is this the... You beat the final boss a long time ago. You could have joined me for an outing. I would take care of you forever if you let me. You stay with me so much and I'm always deeply grateful. My drill is a drill that protects you. Who needs to read the atmosphere? I'll reject common sense to make the impossible possible. That's right, just drill it. I'm sure there's much more chats of everyone getting, like, all the way friendship, but getting the friendship points for everybody takes literally forever. Like, it's like a good 100 dungeon runs per like, just to get the last level for the character. Sure, I really shouldn't be focusing so hard on a single student. I know quite a bit. If you've got any trouble, you can always come to me for advice. You should come visit the school sometime. I'm sure the students would like that a lot. Alright, so some tips and stuff. First tip, getting through the story is pretty easy in this game. Just get the gear that drops the best gear. You'll start with bronze gear going through part 1, and then I think like part 2 you'll start seeing some more silver gear, and then part 3 is when you'll see the gold gear. Starting mainly in the these areas. When you start getting gold gear, it's not going to be the best. You're only going to find like certain pieces. But as you get into these last two areas, you're going to start seeing basically all the gold gear in the game, with all of them showing up in Welt End. And once you get to Welt End, you can level all your gear up to max level. Just if you want, go and get some levels and then just leave if you need to. You can use a jump card from farming in. Get a bunch of cards from more talisman and spell card farming. And the difficulty on these ones are actually very deceiving. See this one extreme? This one extreme is easier than like species beginner. Or maybe species intermediate. But getting through the game is just upgrading your gear. Once you get to gold gear, it's when you want to start playing with seals. And you'll start seeing equipment here. Sort it by gold. And you see things like this. Critical 5%. And like various slayers. You want to start stacking these seals over and over, and stacking them is pretty simple. For example, go to the shop, buy a whole bunch of Phoenix Blows. You want to buy this critical 5, you want to buy 5 of them. The other one you can buy a bunch of is the Miracle Purification Great Rod, and you buy I think 10 of them. And once you do those, you'll get a whole bunch of different seals, and you can combine the seals. So once you've got those 5 Phoenix Blows, you dismantle them and it'll give you these critical seals. And all you have to do is just use the critical seals on your piece of gear that you're using. So say you're using like a Miracle Purification Great Rod, and you're like, I'm going to put criticals on them. And every one you stack, it gives it more critical. So eventually you'll cap out at 25% critical. So now this thing has, you can do the same thing with Cure, get Cure up to 50%, and then critical 25%. So this will make all your attacks crit 25% of the time, and you'll get 50% hit points of the damage you deal. But it's not those alone that you can do that on. Like you can literally do with all the different seals here. So you can get crit 25. You can keep on stacking fairy like this has 20% and 10, and boosted by 50%. But you can keep on buying these and dismantling, and keep on stacking fairy slayers on it until you get attack increase of plus 100% and additional damage 50. And you can do the same with every single one of these, and that just stacks the damage. Now the same thing, you also want to choose your weapons that you want to use, and like things like 2 stars will eventually have more attack power than the 1-star weapons. But in this game, a lot of the yellow seals aren't. You don't find a lot of pink seals that copy the yellow seals for weapons, and then for armor is just, you can literally find seals for everything. So you can get like max Spirit Slayer, you can get max Puppet Slayer, you can get max Float Slayer. Float Slayer caps out at 200% 50. And that's good because a lot of enemies are floating. I've never liked Destruction because you destroy items on the ground. And I like to use a 7-star sword just to get all the boosts for the Slayers. And the Slayers actually don't have to be on this weapon. I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe if you have Yokai Slayer on a different weapon, you still get a 25% boost. But you want Cure 50%. Cure 50% is the max. One hit kill 10%. Vampire Slayer cap. You can get all these things. I'm not a big fan of Strong Swing. Or Range Up. Range Up is actually one of those ones that don't stack. If you put 2 Range Ups, range 1 and attack 70 damage, it's not going to give you like range 2 attack 140%. It's going to be, it takes the max range, which will be range 1, and the max damage will be 70%. So that's why it's good to have the actual spear because of the yellow seal there. Same with the release. I haven't found a pink release seal yet, and these are handy for attacking Sega Genesis. And one of the ones I like is drops. So you don't get drops. That one you only have to farm from other places. But the weapons I'm using a meteor killer because it's a 3-star weapon. So that means it caps at 50 attack power. And then I have maxed critical, maxed cure, maxed 1-hit kill. Direct hit 99%. I haven't found a direct hit 100%, but 99% is pretty good. I think 100 is cap. I threw a drop activation chance 10%, which is the highest you get. I'm pretty sure it doesn't stack with multiple weapons. I tried putting drop on all my weapons and I didn't really feel like there was an increase, but I could be totally wrong. Vanquish heal is capped out at 25% 50. That just means every enemy I kill I get 25% hit points on my max hit points back plus an additional 50. I have enhanced limit on most of my things. You can get these from the later dungeons. And then I have heal, which is just a little more hit points. And like I can add another 7 seals to this one if I wanted to. Like this one's just got a whole bunch of Slayers on it because why the fuck not? And I mean, I've got Adversity, but I have Adversity capped on something else. And I'm not sure if Adversity stacks. But you can do the same thing where you can do, there's Adversity. You can just keep stacking Adversities on top of each other. Same with hit point ups. The nice thing about hit point ups is that the hit point ups do stack. So if you have Vitality up stacked on multiple things, you get the buff from all of them. So if I have this one, if I added on this and this, I'd get hit points 500 and what is it? HP plus 200%. It's like here, I just been throwing attack up. Everything has as many things I have as enhanced limit up. Break damage limit, I believe it stacks. So that's why I have it on multiple weapons. Break damage limit because I've had McCall hitting enemies for about 20,000, which is completely overkill. I think it's most bosses only have about 10,000 hit points. The reason I'm using this is for the wide area attack. It hits everywhere around except for the back. Random add sleep, but again, break damage, additional damage up, enhanced limit. This thing is Hello Slayer weapon, so I haven't maxed out Lunar Slayer on it, but I'm close. I haven't maxed out Fairy Slayer, but I'm close, but I think I could just buy the Fairy Slayer items. Like at this point, I'm destroying enemies so brutally that... And same with this, all the Slayers on it. I just match the Slayers just so I keep track of all the Slayers. And then this one I have Penetration because I haven't found a pink Penetrate attack. And then Release with a whole bunch of extra. I don't know why I have Yokai Slayer, Yokai Flower. I've never seen something with Yokai Flower in this game. At all. Armor is the same thing. Like for on these two pieces, I have just all the barriers. Barriers max out at 50% and 25 damage reduction. Enhanced limit ups. A lot of things have Vitality up. This thing is just random with no seals because why the fuck not? But here, like I said, I have hit points up, hit points up, hit points up. Hit points, hit points, hit points, hit points. I don't have a max counterattack seal because I capped out 7%. So counterattack, the attack damage does stack when you stack seals on top of each other, but the activation chance does not. It takes the highest of the ones that you have. Paperweight was from dismantling something, but I have Paperweight here and Crevice here. So in this game, you can have both. You can't actually put the Paperweight seal in this item, though. It doesn't let you do that. And I have a random extra Oni barrier. But as you can see, I have a whole bunch of Vitality ups, so I have a lot of hit points. Small Appetite 70, which is the highest I found. I think you can probably find a higher. Steel Stomach, you only need... So this is my Shenanigan protection. So I have Catch, Anti-Theft maxed out, Anchor, Sound Wave Resistance. Steel Stomach, because why not? Teal Lover for that increase on using items. Hit points up. I think I have a Vitality Enhancement as well somewhere. This thing is just all sorts of barriers, relief. I don't know if these stack or not. I'm at the point where it really doesn't matter. And this is a 3-star, so that's why I'm using it. I guess, technically, I don't really need to use the Grain Goddess attack because it's a 1-star. I can switch it out for a 2-star. Because I can just take this seal. Hunger speed 70% means it reduces by 70%. Like, I'm at the point where everything in this game is trivial. You can just keep running certain dungeons. I even have money offering at 36,500. And the reason I use this is because it's not only a 2-star, but this seal is important because it gives drop chance 10%. Drop chance doesn't stack with these, but the max money does. So this means I've used like 73? So I've used 73 money offering seals, because the money offering is 500 yen, 5% chance. So as you can see, I'm at level 1 with 2,241 hit points. And I still actually need to upgrade these, which I can do because upgrading is trivial in this game. Once you have Sun MX, like, look at all these extra points that I don't have. 3,307 weapon enhancement points. So like I can just like literally just cap this out, cap this out, cap that out. There, so now I have 402 attack power and 212 defense, which is beyond anything that you'll ever need in this game. Alright, let's talk about getting the seals. So, you can get the seals from running Welt End over and over again, and that will get you pretty strong. Like, if you run this dungeon like 4 or 5 times, you'll get as many seals as you need, and one good way to get it is to use your drop seal. Having a drop 10% seal will literally have all the enemies just dropping loads of stuff. They'll drop talismans, they'll drop food everywhere. You literally won't run out of any, like, you'll literally, I've had runs where I get like 40 to 50 pieces of gear in one run. And one run of Welt End will take you anywhere, you know, half hour to 2 hours, depending on how in-depth you want to go into it. But that'll get you all the seals to finish Welt End. But once you finish Welt End, these extra dungeons are going to, a lot of these extra dungeons are going to open. Not these ones, these ones. And these ones are phenomenally good, but the difficulty jumps a lot. You're going to need to be very strong, especially once you get into these ones here. But once you get into these ones are farmed for mostly weapon and armor seals, as well as, so these ones you'll get a lot of slayers, like ones that have like plus like 1% and plus 8 additional damage, because the additional damage is the one part that's really hard to stack. You have to find like 50 of the item or buy 50 of the item, because the item store doesn't actually have all the different species slayers. You actually have to find some of them, and you will find some of them here, as well as you'll also find Hakure charms. So these ones you'll find bronze quality, really low level weapons with slayer seals on them, as well as armor seals, and you'll also find Hakure charms with various things like small appetite. Then once you start getting into the more of these ones, you'll start finding other things, culminating in this one. This one's the best one, but the last 5 floors you have to fight a lot of bosses, and the bosses are strong. Some of them have like upwards of 70,000-80,000 hit points. And when you get to this one, you're expected to be strong enough to like have farmed enough seals to go from these to actually go through like and be able to do enough damage, because these guys will hit you really hard if you don't have good barriers. At the point I'm at right now, I think they hit for 1. But this one and these last 2 ones will allow you to find... these last 2 ones will let you get the enhanced limit up. And that's really the only way you can increase your defense more beyond what the actual base defense is. Now, I prefer this one because this one you can save scum. When you make it to a boss floor and you kill the boss, and they don't drop the items that you want, reset, kill the boss again. But this one, when you kill the boss, the next floor has the items for you, and you can't save scum and you know, redo what they drop. So once you finish the game, those open up, but the other thing that opens up are these wells. And these wells, the main draw to them is you go in and they're, like, the solo ones are incredibly difficult. You can get fucked over in these ones, but the group ones are actually fairly easy. And what's nice about the group ones, especially the Moria Shrine, I think this is the Moria Shrine one? You'll have to look at the previous episodes where I'm going through the wells. But they drop the skill cards. And I'm talking about they drop, like, active skill cards. And this makes so that every character can use other characters' spell cards, which is ridiculously overpowered. The one I'm looking for is Yukari's spell card. There's a Yukari spell card where she does enemies in a line, and it causes instant death, but it also causes drop. So literally everything she kills just drops items. You also get the like the player character passives too, which are great. So let's fuck around with this group. Alright, so drop on your weapon only affects your normal attacks, but item drop up just affects everything. So the parties that you're not actually controlling, you should probably throw your item drop ups on. And then you can just literally stack everybody with active skills. Everybody's gonna get speed up. And this one will make enemies drop 1 item as well. I like the multi-hit ones, those ones are just funny. And Kappa extending arm. Yeah, so you can just make broken combinations like this. Also, bringing 18 is... So when you're playing this game, play as Yuko. She's broken as fuck. She's such a broken character. So is 18. I stopped bringing Rumila because she kept getting one shot because she has something that makes her take massive damage. She was taking like 1 billion damage at a time, so it's really stupid. So the disadvantage of using Yuyuko is that her power starts off at 1. However, if you do what I was talking about and using the seals, you literally don't care because the power up seal, once you stack it all the way, gives you 25. So you start with 25 power, which is the cap. Actually, you only need plus 24 because you start with 1. But anyways, let's go bully some enemies. So if you want to grind some items, you can let enemies come to you. So one of the things that my equipment has is character experience up 200% is the cap. I'm not sure if you can put it on multiple. If you can, that's broken, but 200% is enough to reach level 99 on pretty much any dungeon. This is completely useless. You don't need dungeon points anymore at this point. I've been at 1,000,000 points for about a year. But this is cap. Then this doesn't stack on other pieces of gear. And I'm pretty sure the rest of these don't as well. And then the rest of this is just shenanigan resistance. So deterioration resistance you can get off of a gold quad equipped from Hina's ribbon. Adhesion's a little more tricky. You can get it on your talisman, or on your charm, the fairy cup, or you can get it from fairly rarely inside the wells. The Hakure charms, I think, or the Hyotoko will have adhesion. Item drop resistance can come, I think comes from the same thing. You can get them off of Hyotoko as well. Or no, there's the bananas that have it. They have a full 100% seal, so that's easy to get. Same with Record. One of the pieces of gear has, I think it's Mystia's hat. Flame Absorber is just from the Phoenix. Divination is from the Wells. Or the, I think the Hakure Charms can have it in these dungeons. Same with that Danmaku damage up. But these are all capped. So, play as Yuyuko, go be a cheater. Just fly around, get a stretchy arm, that's catch. Just sit here and let everybody go to town. Thanks for healing me, I get it, you really want to heal. You guys should run around freely. Alright, the other thing you have to do is, there is an achievement to steal 10 million yen worth of stuff. And that sounds like a hassle, right? Like, that's a lot of stuff you have to steal. It's not as much as you think, though. So what you're going to do is, when you find a shop, you're going to go through your items and you're going to drop a bunch of stuff. So what I did is I dropped, the 1,000 cranes. I brought 18,000 cranes with me. I got a Hihiro kind of site. Like, for example, let's say you have like a whole bunch of 1,000 cranes. You place it, and then you say, oh, yes, you can pay 1 yen for that. And then you pick it up again and you steal it, and it's worth 10,000. And in 1,000 cranes, it's worth 100,000. Alright, whenever you steal, make sure you put people on standby, because, and then be all like, angry! And your people are going to die early on. So then you just run away. So if you do this with a whole bunch of 1,000 cranes, you can get millions worth of stolen stuff every single floor. Hey guys, you can go ahead and run around, explore the entire floor, and then just go around and pick up all the gear. Like all purifying flame, I think that's a human barrier. Oh, look at all this shit on the floor. Arrows. And the reason why I was saying money is trivial is you can just wear non-counter armor, go to the first dungeon as Sanae, and get several million yen worth easy. Because Sanae on herself has the money offering, and it's like 50,000, so there's gonna be piles of yen everywhere as she just sits there and gets hit for 1. And impact heal will heal everything that she takes. Don't forget to carry lost article talismans, they force enemies to drop items. The other thing you have is if you have bulking as well, it's like, hey look, green tea, 15 fullness. So there's a Fig of Eve peel. Can't remember, is that the drop rate, or is that, I think it's item drop resist? Yeah, so there's the item drop resistance, 100%. So you can put that on whatever you want. There are a lot less options for certain seals in this game compared to Tower of Desire. For example, deterioration resist only comes from Hina's ribbon, not from, I think it's like Doom Dispel card. Yeah, Yuko's a fucking cheater. I also have the Sega Nyan Nyan Rod, because I like making holes in the walls just like this. As you can see, I'm already level 68, and this is floor 3 out of 20. Hey, look, loot room. Oh, look. You're just stuck in here? Drink this, gain a lot of max hit points. I don't need power anymore. I can just break all these apart. And then just make enemies drop stuff. And then armor killer slayer, so it goes straight through your armor. Adhesion, so you can't unequip me. The only shenanigan prevention you can't get is against these guys reducing your tummy. I don't like it matters because I find fucking food everywhere. Drop! 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 Cheater! 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 So my characters are strong enough now, they can just run around just one-shotting everything. But before that's possible, you really want Alien is going to town. And then just slay everything that comes into the room. Yuko's a strong girl, she can solo. And we'll just make our way through the rest of this dungeon. This game, trap shenanigans are a lot less needed. Warning, enemies are gonna die. Meteor! Onbashira! Increases the amount of experience you earned. Should just sit here on this floor and grind. Just hide up here. Go forth and kill. 73,000 experience, 20,000 experience. And this isn't poison floors, so don't actually have to go to the exit. Hey, the enemies are still worth a lot of experience. Alright, almost to max level. There's max level. There's a mess everywhere. This is what happens when you increase everybody's drop rate. Finding gear, Orchestral, which is slayers. You can take the time to transform stuff as well. If you need more things like 1,000 cranes and Hihirogane. G Crystal Mortar for paperweight. I have 8,666 hit points. I think I saw that it caps out at 4 9s. Here comes the pandemonium. Done. Yeah, so Yukari did her thing down the middle here and everything just dropped items. Oh no, it's time to fight the big scary boss. So yeah, these enemies are a lot stronger than their normal. Why does Tenchi only have 75 hit points left? Get some of that Cure Seal back. There's your hit points back. Then you just beat the shit out of them. And then the gold ones are the ones you want. So like Hakude Charm has character experience up. And the ones you're looking for are the power boost. The power boost will have enhanced limit up. And just go through these bosses quickly. Ow! So that has a chance of instant death. I'm gonna smuck you. Harm! And then Moko's just like, I'll just bring everybody back. Moko is a broken character too. The only problem is she takes 300% damage from everything. Desperate Gambles have Strong Swing and Direct Hit. The brown box only have just generic items on them. Useful for when you're killing these bosses. Not as useful when you can just like bully the shit out of these bosses. And beat the shit out of these three. Yeah, like look at how much damage to Big Eating. 4,300. And 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. More 4,000s. And she's like, I'm still at half health. But now she's dead. What did Big Utsuho hit for? Fucking Mako, look at that damage. Did Big Utsuho even do any damage? You're getting your ass kicked. Oh, ass kicked by range. Oh, they're getting blasted hard. Check it out. Damage. More damage. More damage. So yeah, these guys still have a lot of hit points. They don't deal much damage. The gold chests that drop the Earthwatch Mochi always have snacks and mochi seals on them. And last fight. Funnels. Funnel only uses 5 because saving max seal. So done. And you just bully these bosses, get more seals. But where the real seals come into play are the wells. You tend to get much better ones there. And done. Easy. So you keep running those until you get all the seals. But once you got enough seals so you can fight through those easily, you literally don't need any more seals. You're done. I mean, this shit's the hardest, as hard as it gets. I mean, what I got some enhanced limits. I got some direct hits 80s. Got a few criticals which are useless because you can just buy criticals. Adversity destroy defense. At the same time, I also got all these items too. So I got like different slayers. There's a vitality up, a cure seal, a whole bunch of splashes. You just sort it by no experience and you just delete these. So got more experience up. And these vitality ups are useful because I can just keep stacking them on all my gear. What was I stacking hit point ups on? Here. I'm at 50%, 25, or 50 and 25%. Might as well add more. And more money offering. So how do you make money in this game? Just take off your, what is it, counter seal. Go to the very beginning of the game. Use a team of, you know, whoever, just let them stay here. I just stand by. And just go find an enemy. Hi guys, let's let them hit you. Let's let them smack you. And you're gonna drop money. And you're like, oh, what's this money pile? Oh, look. Suddenly money. And you're sitting there and just keep dropping money. You know what? You're kind of annoying. Just attack me. And then you'd be like, oh look, there's, what is it, 30,000 yen. And you just keep doing this, like, look at all this money. Money is so easy to get in this game. This is what you want to do, this is what you can do early game. Like, all this requires is, Sanae to have her, to be at least rank, what is it, 4? Rank 3? Whatever gives her this. And if you max this out, it's money offering 50,000, 10% chance. So you can see there's just a bunch of yen. Now, this is the way to do it early in the game, but once you have access to the wells, abuse the fuck out of save scumming and just use desperate gambles. That way, one dungeon run will get you like hundreds of millions of yen. As I think one of the dungeon runs I did, I got like 900 million yen in the run. I want to get through here. Because then that just makes it trivial to upgrade your gear. You just go to Kaneko and say, here, take all my money. That's why I have max money inside my storage. Now, the reason I don't have any player inventory money is because I was powering up the Yorigami sisters, and one of their attacks uses all your money, so... And I was just bored just doing shit like that. Now, what do you have to say? You're no joke. You and Kane are awfully chummy, aren't you? I'm a little jealous. I'm Earl, so you don't need to worry about me. That being said, that I guess you'll probably worry about me anyways. Alright, the other thing you need to do is getting some of the achievements. I already talked about how to get a 10 million yen one. You just drop a bunch of 1,000 cranes inside Rinnosuke's shop. The other one you want to do is going through thousands of dungeons. And the thing is to get the attempts to past 1,500. Your completions don't matter. So stolen money, 10 million. So 1,500 dungeons takes a long time. I had finished all the content in this game and I was only at like 300. So I needed 1,200 more. So how do you get the 1,200 more? All you have to do is just go into any dungeon. Once you're in this dungeon, go to give up on dungeon. You fail the dungeon and just retry, and you do this 1,500 times. It's that boring. So what I ended up doing is I ended up using a keyboard macro to do this for me, and then I just left it on overnight, and it got me 2,000. Up to 2,000. Which is really silly, because who wants to do 1,500 dungeons in this game when it only requires a couple hundred to max out your achievements? Alright, so other than that, just make sure you use Yuko, because Yuko's fucking broken. Use Aiden, because she's broken. Use Mako, because she's broken. And that's about it, really. The reason why Yuko is more broken than most characters is she can go right through the walls. I think one of the Moon Sisters can as well, but she's not as good as Yuko. If you want the active skills, make sure you're doing the wells. I did the wells, each well twice. And I think I did some of them 3 times just for some extra skills. This well is the best one for skills because even though it says boss battle, the only actual hard boss battle in here is the Chino boss battle. Everything else here is pretty easy, and every single boss battle drops multiple skill cards. So doing this one is actually easier than doing these ones, the solo ones. In fact, this one was kind of trivial. I did it multiple times. Like, I think I did it like twice on each character. But that'll get you all the skills you need. But that is this game. All achievements done. All Steam achievements done. All dungeons done on both characters. All in about, what, 200 and something hours? It doesn't say 99 hours. All in 250 hours or so. But that's more than, like, I did a lot of completely unnecessary grinding. Alright, but I guess next time we're gonna go and operate and we're gonna go and get a pub and start selling food to an angry Yuko. Thanks for watching! Did you like this video? If you did, leave a comment, hit that like button, and share it with your friends. You can also click on the left button to subscribe and the right button to watch more Lotus Labyrinth R. Thanks for watching!